Hey everybody, welcome back to camp on day 2 of our spring break camp. Today we're going to focus on images and bulk creating images. So what I like to do is have a folder on my desktop where I just dump a bunch of pictures that I know I love, and when I have a little bit of time, I'll just create some images and keep those in that folder. What's nice about this is I always have really cool images that I can pull from that I know that I love, and I don't have to stop and create it. Now, sometimes I will create ones that maybe need to be geared towards a certain topic, but otherwise I just have a collection that I've bulk created, because you know that not everyone is going to see every post that you make, so it's okay definitely to use some of those over. So today what I'm going to show you is how we can use a prompt generator or a custom GPT to give us the prompts that we're going to use when we are creating images. Then what I'll do is go over to the image creator and I'll copy and paste the prompts and then watch the magic happen. Ultimately, what I can do is take all of the images that I've created and do some bulk uploading in Canva at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step that I'm going to ask you to do is, if you'd like to get these custom GPTs, is to go ahead and download a particular tool. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to subscribe to this free AI image training that Jonathan Mass did. Now, I don't know about you, but I absolutely love his images, and this is actually one of the things I have tried to emulate with my pictures because I really enjoy this kind of cartoon Disney Pixar looking theme. But basically what he has done is created 3 different GPTs. One is called Felix the Image Prompter, and this is a great one that goes along with Flux image prompts if you use Flux for your images. The second one is Maxim James, and this is a great one for Midjourney. And then the third one is if you want photorealistic prompts, you would utilize Philip. And this little free download has each of those different prompts, GPT prompters, so you can utilize them over in chat. Now, I already have those bookmarked, so as you can see over here on the side, I save my bookmarks so that I can pull them up for custom GPTs. Now today, just to make things simple, I went ahead and opened right here where we were brainstorming about our dog walking activity yesterday, and pulled open some of the posts that we had. And so I know that I'm going to probably need something where the dog is right here, it's sniffing on a walk. So what I'm going to do is actually stack the GPTs. So right now we were using Wally, and I am going to click the @ symbol. And what this is going to do is call in another GPT on top of it. So we're stacking Maxim on here. So we'll type this in, and there she is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is ask her to create a prompt for a dog sniffing on a walk. And watch how magical this is. So what's going to happen is now she's going to spit out 5 different prompts that I can use over on Midjourney. Now while she's working, I'm going to show you a little bit of a tour of Midjourney in case you're not as familiar with that. I've just found, this is my personal preference, I just enjoy, I think it's easy to use. There are all different kinds of things that you can use and create here. I do pay for a $10 a month subscription just so that I can personalize it and utilize. So as you can see here, there are tons of different images that I have been playing with and creating. So basically what will happen is we're going to put our prompts in here that are being created over here on chat. So one at a time, I'm just going to copy these. I don't have to get all this other information. It'll just bring it over for me. I'll push enter, and I can keep doing that. So while one is working and creating those images, then I can do the other. So basically it's giving me 5 kind of different styles, if you will. And definitely, I know, some people use DALL-E that's built in there. That's something that certainly you could use as well. I've just found that the images are not as powerful. Okay, so you can see there that what happens now is because of this description that's here, it's creating kind of different variations of a particular image. Now, one thing that I might try, let's say I really like this lab picture here. So what I can do is go in, I click on the image itself, and if I want to vary this particular image or change it ever so slightly, then I can click on subtle, and then I'll get out of here, and you can see it's changing it just a little bit. So like here, the tree bark is different. Placement of his nose is a little bit maybe higher in that one. It's not a lot. But let's say now I want to have a strong variation. So then I click strong. And then what's going to happen is it will obviously change it significantly. So you can kind of play with which image do I like the best. And let's just see what happens and what it looks like when it changes it. Now, one of the things that I love is using that Pixar Disney kind of theme. So if you want to play with that, you can type Pixar Disney themed cartoon. I know one of these images had come back here and it was a cartoon style, but if you add those Pixar Disney theme, then that'll get you kind of what you want. So there's many ways that you can kind of play around with this. I would say this one is closest to what maybe I would be looking for, and then I can click very strong again and it'll give me some more images. Now, a couple other things you can do here is in this picture you'll see the size that I'm using. You can change that. Let's see here. Additionally, if you want to save some of these images, so let's say I'm like, oh, I really like this one, then all I have to do is I click this download icon here, and let's say just for fun, I'm going to grab a couple more. I like this guy. This guy's more geared to what we've been talking about with going on a walk. And maybe I like this one too. So now I have downloaded all of these images. So what I like to do is just, like I said, I'll create a folder on my desktop, and then I'm able to go to the downloads. I can select all these images and then be able to put them in that folder. And then what I'm able to do is go over to Canva, and this is very magical in my opinion, but I can come over here and let's say that, put some text. And if you recall yesterday, what we did was we had this content calendar that we created. So here are some posts from yesterday, and what I'm going to do is export this on my little content calendar. So I'll say download, and I'll do it as a CSV file, and then I'm going to come back to Canva, and there's a feature on the apps where you can search for bulk, or bulk create is the word we're looking for, and then we're going to upload our data, and we'll get that CSV file from our downloads. And then we'll click on the word on the title here. And if we right click on there, it'll say connect data right here. And we want it to connect to posts. Say continue, and it'll generate 4 designs. Now, this is amazing. I probably wouldn't use it for putting all of this text on here. I would maybe grab a smaller bit of text, or if you just wanted like a title or something. And so you can grab whatever it is that you are wanting to keep. And then here comes the magic. Then I can just grab my images from my folder, drag it on top here, and I'm just gonna go kind of quickly and put those images there. And if you want to layer those, you would just send that to the back, change your text, font, color. So you get the idea. So basically this just allows me to kind of bulk create and quickly put items together. Now, obviously this is not the most beautiful of productions. I'm trying to just show quickly so that you get the idea, but send that to the back. So that's one way you can use these images. There's also a feature here in Canva that has kind of an AI type image generator. So you say generate your own, and again we could say dog walking or sniffing a tree, and it's going to do that same thing where it kind of generates 4 different images that you can use from. And those aren't too terrible. So same idea, you could import the text and then you could click generate again. You get about 500 credits each month to do those images. And there's a lot of tools in this Magic Media. You could click on graphics and it'll come up with styles and a lot of different things there. Yeah, those. And then to utilize these, okay, then we're going to click share and download. And now we would have our images. They'll be in a folder, and we'll utilize those tomorrow where we'll combine the images and the text. Okay, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask those below. And if you would like the image generator, I will share the link to sign up for that through Jonathan. Okay, have a great day.